So you just took that self-regulation assessment, and maybe you're wondering what all this emotional awareness stuff has to do with landing that internship or crushing it in your first job. Here's the thing, self-regulation is probably the most underrated skill that separates the people who get promoted from the ones who stay stuck. You're in culinary arts working the lunch rush, and suddenly you burn an important dish. What happens next? Some people lose it completely. They start yelling, blaming the equipment, maybe even storm off. But the person who stays cool, takes a breath, and starts over while keeping track of their other orders, that's the person the chef remembers for the good internships. This isn't just about keeping your temper. Self regulation is like having an internal GPS that helps you navigate through all the chaos that comes with real work. Because let's be honest, work can be messy. In healthcare, you'll deal with difficult patients. In automotive technology, expensive equipment breaks at the worst moments. In welding, projects don't always go according to plan. But here's what successful people in every CTE pathway know. You can't control what happens around you, but you absolutely can control how you respond to it. And that response, that's what makes or breaks your reputation. Let me tell you about a student in our HVAC program. During his certification test, he made a wiring mistake that could have damaged the system. His first instinct was to panic, maybe try to cover it up, but instead, he took a moment, owned up to the mistake immediately, and asked his instructor what he could learn from it. You know what happened? His instructor recommended him for a paid apprenticeship with the top contractor in town. Not because he was perfect, but because he showed he could handle pressure and turn mistakes into learning opportunities. Now, if you scored lower on that assessment, don't stress about it. Self-regulation is a skill, which means you can get better at it with practice. And if you scored higher, that's awesome. But remember, this is something you keep developing your whole career. The foundation of all this is emotional awareness. It's basically becoming a detective of your own feelings. You know that feeling when your shoulders get tense during a tough conversation with a customer? Or when your heart starts racing before presenting your project? Those are your early warning signals. The sooner you catch them, the more choices you have. Here's a technique that works whether you're in cosmetology with a demanding client, construction when materials don't show up on time, or nursing when dealing with an emergency. It's called stop, breathe, think. When you feel that emotional intensity rising, mentally say stop. Take 3 deep breaths. Then ask yourself, what response will actually help this situation? This creates space between what you feel and what you do. And in that space, that's where your power lives. Employers are desperately looking for people who can do this. They'll train you on the technical stuff, how to use the CNC machine, follow medical procedures, wire electrical systems, but they can't train you to stay calm when everything's falling apart. They can't train you to bounce back from setbacks with a positive attitude. That has to come from you. And when you develop this skill, something amazing happens. You become the person others want on their team. You become the person who gets the opportunities that others only dream about. So whether you're heading into information technology, early childhood education, or manufacturing, remember this. Your technical skills might get you in the door, but your self-regulation skills are what will take you places. Every time you choose to pause instead of react, you're building something that will serve you for your entire career. Your future self, the one with the job you really want, building the life you're dreaming of. That person is going to thank you for starting this work right now.